30-plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Forced out to his left. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
On the counter, it's Connor. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get... And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derek Watt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jarvis Landry, helmet back on and ready to go. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016. Probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ballgame. Let's see.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more. It's caught over the middle. Hooper past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Johnson now returning. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
This offense has converted in this spot twice already here in this first quarter. Now, can they convert again here on 4th down? Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
With the score,
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
Mayfield.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Makes the score Browns 17, Steelers 7.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points. Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
23 yards, the final tally. Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus? Offense. No.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell for the extra point.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call up our players spotlight. They must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's good.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
That's good.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st down, Cleveland. Mayfield to Beckham. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Parkey with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Steelers.
They run. Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Buying time to his left. Ebron caught left side. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Browns. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs.
After reviewing the play,
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
Was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
40-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with his second. Touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. that lead is up to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit trotting on the field. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be known.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
The 24-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
18-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
It is good. Makes the score Brown.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 7. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jay Johnson on the return.
So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On 1st down, Goff being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st down, it's Goff.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's Connor. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The stop made by Mike.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Throwing on third, Goff, dancing to his left, and he hits his tight end, Ebron. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run here with Connor, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
To throw is Goff. And this is caught off a deflection.
Goff's pass.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
Number 19,
Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Boswell on.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
A chance for us here to discuss Jarvis Landry. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward. An absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This is Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On second and 12, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
Mayfield looks to throw, and that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
at the 38-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They go with Watt again, the fullback. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. They'll try the air now with Goff. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Goff forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Sliding out of the pocket. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Going with a big fullback, Watt. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And, Charles, maybe that's one they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, boom, boom all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. When you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
3-yard line.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Mayfield.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 19-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They run with Hunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll go screen here to Hunt.
Mayfield.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
37.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Take over first and 10.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
A run for Nick Chubb. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And now it's third down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They run again on first down, Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Goff, he's going to take off with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, there's a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
45.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Steelers, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.